So we have a very interesting story here. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan has said that he is not going to run again for his next term and that he will serve the rest of his term, but he won't be running for re-election. Now, this is huge, of course, because Paul Ryan is the Speaker of the House, which is the most coveted position in the House of Representatives. Now, CNN says House Speaker Paul Ryan is not seeking re-election and will retire from Congress after this year. The Wisconsin Republican announced Wednesday, quote, "You realize something when you take this job. It's a big job with a lot riding on you. But you also know this is not a job that does not last forever. You realize you hold the office for just a small part of our history, so you better make the most of it." He reminded reporters that he took the job reluctantly in 2015 when he took over from John Boehner, but Ryan also says he has no regrets. Quote, "I like to think I've done my part, my little part in history, to set us on a better course." So, the main thing that Paul Ryan says that is the reason as to why he decided to retire is that he wants to be more of a family man and spend more time with his kids and his family. And I think that, that's kind of like a fluff. I don't really think that that's really the case. I think really what ended up happening here is he decided, he basically lost a civil war between him and Donald Trump. He essentially lost. Now, is this good or bad? Now, that depends on what ends up coming out of him deciding not to run again, because I'm sure you guys know who Randy Bryce is. He had a pretty decent chance, in my opinion, to beat him even if he hadn't decided to retire. Randy Bryce is someone who was a Bernie supporter. He does say some interesting things when it comes to the Russia issue, but he's a steel worker. He's a union member. I believe he's a union head as well. I'm not sure. He was part of Bernie Sanders. He worked for Bernie Sanders' campaign, and he was going to have a good chance to beat Paul Ryan anyways. But, apparently the right-wing primary challenger for Paul Ryan is someone who's more of a Donald Trump-esque kind of further right-winger. So in the situation or the circumstances or case that Randy Bryce wins, it's good. But in the case that, this Trump-esque primary winner ends up winning the election, then we're in trouble. Also, you could say that this is probably going to make the House of Representatives go further right, which is probably not good for the Republican Party. Now, Paul Ryan sucks, of course. He sucks. He's a big corporate dude. He's basically the Koch brothers' bitch, and that's the truth about it. That's why he put the tax cuts into place. He's also a big Ayn Rand, I want to say, almost a fetishizer of just, really talking about how great she is and, how much she understood about capitalism and how it works and things like that. So, Paul Ryan is not going to be running again. We don't know who's going to be Speaker next. Recall that he was the person who became Speaker after John Boehner, and we will find out. Time will tell who the next Speaker of the House of Representatives will be.